In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try. We will come to you live from Vegetable Gym at Cranston High School in Cranston, Rhode Island for the first game of Beach Boys Volleyball here live on the Fans Only Sports Network. I'm Tim Muno with Thunderbolt Sports Media, and let's cut right to the chase. Mount St. Charles and North Smithfield playing together in a co-op. Reports from around the state say that the team lost to Glasgow in their first game for the D1, and I believe it's Rango. Yet to confirm that. Just some food for thought. They're in Division 2 last season where they steamrolled through nearly every opponent, sweeping 15 of their 20 matchups, losing their way to the division championship and winning there, and now it's going to be tougher competition coming into D1, which they were in 2 years ago. Should see how they fare against the Thunderbolts. Cranston needs to improve their 11-8 record from last season, albeit with a much different roster. The majority of their stars have graduated now, the biggest losses being also Libero, Jordan Boo, and Sutter Vincent Ginn. Now they look for new talent, and although we've included like the Justin Vargas, unfortunately, some news from earlier, he was down, injured during practice, so wishing the best for him. You know, we expect to be one of the starters, but right now the situation not too clear at the moment. Other key news include Hunter Maloney and Silas Fang, who joined from track last season. Boo's libero position is expected to be replaced by the likes of junior Cato Cabradas and sophomore John Corral, although we don't really know who's going to be at the starting helm right there for the libero position, while Larry and Vincent's younger brother looks to take helm at the setter position. A lot of non-seniors looking to find out what they can contribute to the team, including a decent amount of sophomores on the varsity roster. They've shown enough work and talent that Coach Diggs sent them straight up to varsity. Speaking of, Coach Jamal Diggs, in his second year coaching, he looks to extend his legacy here at Cranston, hopefully another winning season for another Diggs-led team. Diggs got the job back last year after the passing of Coach Meg McGonigal and has led them to the semifinals of North Kingstown, but got swept there. Hopefully, it should be a good start to the season here as they take on the newly D1 Mount St. Charles North Smithfield Co-op here live on the Fans Only Sports Network. We'll be right back. In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across
for the touchdown!
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right.
Alright, we welcome you back for today's edition of Cranston Youth Boys Volleyball, the first edition here for this spring season, and the first for the Fantasy Sports Network with their new contract here in Cranston. Again, it's the Cranston Thunderbolts versus the Mount St. Charles / North Smithfield Mounties as they look to upset the Thunderbolts in their first game. Thunderbolts short-handed, albeit very early, with the loss of Jeffrey Vargas, who went down with an apparent leg injury. Not just showing the status there. We're not expecting him to start, but of course we're going to have to see about that. Thunderbolts trying to improve from an 11-8 record and a semi-final exit with North Kingstown. Should be an interesting one here, folks. Again, I'm Tim Ian on the play-by-play on camera with Andy, who himself had the lacrosse game last Tuesday, and there he is waving at the camera. But we're about to get underway here, and we'll be right back after the anthem and lineups. starting lineups have just been announced.
And now introducing the starting lineup for your Cranston
Mount St. Charles, North Smithfield Co-op.
At center, junior, number 5, Larry Yin.
Larry Yin starting out as a junior, hoping to fill the spot left by his older brother Vincent. And Jackson Reddick, another one of those players starting from last year, looking to make an impact this year as a junior leader. Caleb Schum
At defensive specialist of junior,
starting there as
number
sophomore.
18, Caden Comprada.
Caden Compratus, another one of those juniors coming up from the JV spot. And Charles Consents looking there. He's going to get the spot at starter. Justin Reyes Santana.
And the libero is a junior, number 7, Cato Comprada.
Both Compratus twins playing here tonight in the debut. And of course, there will be another player replacing one of these guys, Joshua Vargas, but he was injured during practice, so we won't be seeing him. About to get things settled here, as it's going to be the Mounties trying to upset the Thunderbolts in a game of boys volleyball. Again, each set goes up to 25 unless around the 24 mark it is a 1 point difference. Then have to win by 2. 3 sets to win. And first of 3 sets, you know, wins. Maybe it'll be Cranston East, maybe it'll be Mount St. Charles and the North Smithfield Co-op. Who knows? Should be a fun one. Mounties moving up from D2 onto D1. Were undefeated in D2 last season, winning the division championship. We'll see how they perform at the D1 level, which they were at just a few years ago. And not on your screen, Tom Barberi, Cranston's principal, talking to Joshua Vargas, supposed one of the senior captains on the squad, one of the starters, but unfortunately won't be playing tonight. It'll be Caleb Schum to start things off here for the inaugural home game of the Cranston East boys volleyball team here at Ventatulo Gym. Schum is showing a lot of hard work and talent playing for the South County volleyball team as he gets things started a little bit over and out of bounds. First point goes to the Co-op. Serving is number 23, Alven Guerra Donez. He gets one soft and into the backcourt. Schum on to set up Pinsence on the outside. Awkward angle, but still manages to get the point for Cranston East. Tied at 1. Got a lot of presence from Thunderbolt fans. As number 7, Cato Compratus. 1 nap of the Compratus wins in to serve. Gets it into backfield to the middle. Oh, a hard spike there from number 22, Thomas Matchett. And I'll get the Co-op back in the winning column of things as they get back their serve. Number 15, Caden Sullivan. In to serve from back. And lack of communication there as Schum and Compratus are both in the same area. Just unable to execute effectively there. It's going to be Sullivan again to serve as he gets it into the backfield, received by Schum. Larry in on the setup to Pinsence again as he gets the past defenders, falling on the ground of North Smithfield territory. That'll be the second point of the set for Cranston East. Silas Fang subbing in. Caden Compratus on the bench now. And it's going to be Larry Yin. Again, younger brother of Vincent Yin, the All-Stater from last year, as he gets things going on the 6th point. And that'll go over and out of bounds, tied up at 3. This area Chauvin looked to be the one that hit it out of bounds, and Larry Young with a chance to serve it again. Received by the libero. Hit through the middle, and I think it will be lunged at by June. Fourth 3. Serving number 10, Azaria Chauvin, and gonna get that one off. Second chance try, that'll be low, received by Shum. Larian set up Vincent. Nice play to the corner. Back at 4 again this first set. And it's going to be Vincent on the serve now. Had 2 kills, received by the libero hard. At the setup, it's taken in by number 9 for MSCNS. Trying to get it to the middle, and Vincent can't catch up to it. Mounties really trying to use that middle part of the net to get their scoring going. Would have went out of bounds, but touched by the East volleyball player, and it'll be Mount St. Charles pointed that one to go out of bounds. Back and forth so far. Some more subbins. It's going to be the sophomore, John Carroa, and Justin Reyes Santana entering in. Carroa looking to serve. Was nominated one of the potential starting glibs this season. As he's going to go soft and up into the air. Easy ball to hit for Mount St. Charles, and Vincent can't get to it again. Cranston about to Rennick. About to enter in. Yeah, Rennick subs out for Carroa. Yeah, actually Rennick on the bench right now. Fang entering in. Mount St. Charles serve, and it's going to be low from Azaria Chauvin. Oh, a hard hit, but they're going to call it for Mount St. Charles. 7-5. Serving is Braden Whitaker. Yen set up from the middle to Shum on the outside. Denied. The efforts of Katie Sullivan and Alven Vieira-Donez at middle blocker bring it up to 8 for the Mounties. Chance to serve again for Whitaker. Yen set up. Vincent through the middle, out of bounds, hits the flag bar. And definitely not supposed to be the guy you're supposed to hit. And it's been a pretty rough stretch for the Thunderbolts so far. It was tied at 5-5, 4-0 so far. Mount St. Charles. Fang cannot connect. An awkwardly placed pass there, and a timeout taken. We'll be right back. Thunderbolts take a timeout. 10-5. We'll be right back.
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Oh, Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down.
We're back. 10-5. Mount St. Charles lead. They've had, I believe, a 5-0 run so far. Cranston East, off to a rough start, have had to rely on Charles Vincent on the outside. As that one will go out of bounds. The server there was number 20, Braden Whitaker. Again, Jethro Vargas injured during warm-ups. Status of him yet to be determined. Serving is Caden Compratis, and that one will go out of bounds right back to the Mounties in possession. Serving is Carter Deslorias. If he gets to go ahead. Deslorias. Low. (11-7). Again, Mount St. Charles haven't really faced much competition of D1 last year, playing exclusively in D2, looking to prove that they can too handle the D1 pressure, and there it is right there. Off the hands of Shum, it's going to be another score for Mount St. Charles. Serving here, Venz Villardones. Gonna be a light one there, no jump serve. In settle to Vincent on the outside. And what a monstrous move by the guy that sits next to me at the lunch table. Compratis to serve, the other one. And somehow managed to get it, but denied by Reddick. And that'll be a great defensive stop by him. 12-9, Thunderbolts down 3. Compratis again to serve. Hits the middle. And spinning around was Thomas Matchett. He seemingly did not know where the ball was, and that is just a bad play right there by the Mounties. Cato to serve again. And a hit low. A one-hander. Again to Vincent again. Tipped by middle blockers. And neither Compratis or Shum unable to get it right there. Back on serve are the Mounties. Caden Sullivan. A light one there, and unexpected as Caden Compratis can't connect. Sullivan again to serve. Again, this team, and another point right there for Mount St. Charles and North Smithfield Co-op. Again, this team, a lot of these players coming off of junior varsity, some new players, Jackson Reddick, and a little bit of Justin Reyes, the only guy there with a considerable amount of varsity playing time. No serve right there. Larry in back at it to serve. In high, received by the libero, and deflected off Reddick. Gets a block again, high. Set up Compratis. Shum. Two-hander. Received by Compratis, the libero. And Vincent tries to get it over there, but blocked again. Gets it over this time. And that'll go out of bounds, cross court. 12th point of the set for Cranston East. Five out of 6 of these players on Cranston East have either, it's their first year on varsity, or actually major varsity time. East gets another point right there. Looking to turn the tide. Yin back at it to serve, third straight, and nicely dodged by the libero, number 24, Ben Souza. Wanted to go for it, but Saw it coming out of bounds and made the quick physical decision to avoid that. Received by Schum on the serve. Fang, too low. Fang, a part of outdoor track last season, and a part of winter track, indoor track, for the 2023 season. Participated in a relay and long jump, among most things. 14th point, Vincent's to serve. Fires a dart to Souza. Thunderbolts block it, but can't get it to go the other side. Got some cameras here from news sources, including Chris Craig from the Providence Journal. Could have been Eric Rube here, but I believe he's at NK Hendy. Schum on a hit. '15th point with Schum on a kill. And John Quiroa sent me back in, the 5'4", wearing number 25. Fun fact, since he's a sophomore, didn't have any cool numbers to choose and decided to go with the largest one, and that is a large over serve there. Only 6 away from winning the first set. And that one will go out of bounds. Caden Comprados to serve. Down 3, trying to make a stroke of good luck. Thunderbolts have not had the lead ever this first set, unless I'm mistaken earlier. To the left side. Received by the libero. Schum outside out. '20th for the co-op. Back again to serve Deslauriers. The right side. Received by Pinsent's high, nearing the little construction thing as Schum put too much force down there. (21-16). Deslauriers again. Low one. Pinsent saved by Comprados, getting it over his yin on a highlight play. Oh, hard hit taken. And that'll be the 22nd. Miraculous play by Larry Yin. Overall, by the entire boys volleyball corps, was unable to secure the point. Oh, low by Yin. And Schum cannot get it over. It'll be Mount St. Charles point. 2 away from winning the first. (23-16). Deslauriers again to serve. Yin set up to the middle. Reyes Santana. And that'll be inbounds, the referee says. 24-16. Timeout. Cranston East. We'll be right back. Starmos down big. A little bit of a rough stretch. We'll be right back for more.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is
saddening news to report. Well, not really too saddening, but Unfortunately, Ben Chen is here on the premises. Anyways, we're back at it. It's 24-16, game point for Mount St. Charles as they look to win the first set out of 3, hopefully, in a sweep. High out. Live chance. Nearly hit by Ben Chen. Nearly caught the hit as we zoom in on him. He's looking okay right there, dapping up his little friends there. Shum to set up. Or to serve, actually. Stake down the vocab as that is out. I have to say, Andy, you can work a camera. Back to Shum again. And 19th. Potential miracle possibly coming in. Shum just has to go perfect on these sets. I mean, serves. Oh my god. In to the libero Sousa. Setup. Over. And Shum can get it. Inbound. It'll be the first set of victory here for the Mounties. One set, nothing. They lead. And we will be right back.
This match is being streamed live on the Fans Only Sports Network. To access the
and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Then we got some fans here at Cranston High School East as they're watching the Cranston Thunderbolts losing the first set, 25-19 overall. A rough start for this new look Thunderbolts without a lot of their senior players from last year due to graduation. And there we see a bunch of players, a bunch of athletes, you know, to see a boisterous crowd we always have here at Cranston East. Getting ready for the second set here on the Fans Only Sports Network. I'm Tim Mean on your play-by-play, and you do an amazing job doing camera. Always fun to have him on. He's only been on for one game, but still fun. It'll be Cranston East on the right side now, wearing the green jerseys and all white numberings. And a note from earlier, these are the old jerseys. The new jerseys are not coming until later. And there we see Xinyi Wang. He's not expected to play his turn, but it's always good to have our friend present. Try to get things started here. Cranston East mostly just trouble getting it inbound. And just a decent amount of miscommunication calls from this Cranston East squad, and they're not looking too sharp right now. Down 1-0, entering the second set. Hopefully a sign of things turning around here. It'll be Mount St. Charles to start it off here in the second set. Carter to Fourier, number 9, the junior right side. It'll be low, received by Pinsent and received by nobody else. First point given to Mount St. Charles. There's Laurier's. And quick hit by Justin Santana. 1-1 again. And earlier in the first set was a very back and forth affair, but Mount St. Charles running away with it around the 10-point mark. They're up 10-5 at one point, forcing a Cranston timeout. Low serve there. Outside and out of bounds. First lead for Cranston East as far as I can remember. Shun serving again, the sophomore. And will be received by Roberto Souza. And out of bounds. Too much mustard on there by Vera Donez. Shun again to serve. And point goes to the Thunderbolts. Hot start to start the second set, up 4-1. I'd like to mention Shun again. A lot of hard work given to secure the spot on the varsity roster. Good to see him live up to his potential as he will hit it out of bounds. Sorry about that, Caleb. And then comes the girls lacrosse team coming back from their game. Coach Howard Chun, chemistry teacher, science teacher, basically there at Cranston East, coaching the team. As Pinsent for the outside hit. Great play there. Pinsent for the kill. And I guess Caden Holtzman, defenseman for the boys lacrosse team, coming in too. Mr. Reese, we like to call him. Low hit by the libero. Shun. Yin. Set up Pinsent. Fires. Open ball saved. And out of bounds behind the net. 6-2. It'll be Kendall Compradas, the libero to serve. Off to the right. Oh, low setup. Pushing it over. He's back in. Pinsent blocked, but still on NS territory. High, looking to go out of bounds. Shun keeps it in, and Pinsent with the over. Fly ball. A little trickery doesn't work there. Pinsent's a little bit too low right there. And you know what I'm excited for, ladies and gentlemen? Potential Shingy Wang appearance. Maybe that'll happen later in the game, but we'll have to see. Yin, block from Rennick. Shun, over. From left side, fires it in. Now he's climbing back up top. Serving is Kaden Sullivan, the junior setter. And out of bounds, moving back in, Pinsent. Another hit, another kill! Pinsent's having a monster game so far. Yin looking to serve. The setter with a little softy. And he's unable to block it. Effort of Rennick and Pinsent unable to execute. 2-point lead now for the Thunderbolts. Looking to get it close to a tie. Set up. Right side, out. Back to Thunderbolt serve. Charlie Pinsence, Junior Joaquin Hernandez in the background doing camera. And out of bounds, the serve will go. Pinsence one and done there. 8-6. Libero Bensuva serving. Low. Received by Comprados. The Libero Yin setting it up for Shum. Pass the blocker. Fires. Denied. Sends it over and that'll go out of bounds. John Guerrero was about to sub in, but will go out. Jackson Rennick to serve. A lengthy man at middle blocker. Received at the middle. And blocked, denied. Justin Reyes with a lift. Nine, 7. Whitaker. Received by Shum. Larry in to Fang, and looks like it's going to be a net touch. Whitaker again to serve. Might have looked to bring it to a tie. Haven't had a lead this set since the first play of action. On the outside, Reyes bringing it back up. Fang. Oh, a violent hit to the middle. Tied up at 9. Whitaker, third straight. High to the middle, received by Pinsence. In set up for Shum. Past defenders. No net touch. And they're going to give it to... Not giving it to anybody yet. Yeah, they're going to give it to Mount St. Charles and North Smithfield. Interesting call right there. Not going to complain about it. Coach Josh Debate discussing it with the referee. And here we go. And bad angle to hit it from Pinsence. 11-9. Up to 2 now. Again. Fang. Too much for Fang to handle. Serving. Whitaker again and out of bounds. Serving is Kaden Comprados. Out of bounds. That's been a struggle so far for Cranston East. While they're serving, just going for too much power and not enough accuracy. Because another one will go out of bounds. Pinsence, received by the setter Souza. Set up, hit, and putting it back in. Rosaria Chauvin makes it 14-10. It is 7:09 Eastern Standard Time at Little Mount St. Charles. Comprados, Pinsence to the middle. And fires it! And they're going to give it to Mount St. Charles. Suttermost slipping away again around the same area. And it's been a struggle. Serving is the Fourier. Picks him up. It'll be Shum. Set up and denied by Pinsent. Fired and low. Back to a 3-point match. Thunderbolts trying to take the second set after losing the first set, 25-19. Cross court hit over. Yin set up for Pinsent. High inbound. Another fire shot. And they are gonna give it to Mount St. Charles. Arizona serving out of bounds. Gato Comprada serving. Taking his time here. Just waiting for the go ahead. And let's get it started again. Comprada low, receive at the middle. Fires and another kill coming from the outside of Zaria Chauvin. Heck of a game so far for the senior outside hitter. Sullivan. Another score. Thoreau subbing in. Moving at the left side. Shooting down low. Pinsent. Oh, denied. Then we'll just chuck it over. And 19. Sullivan. It's low, received by Shum though. Reddick! Oh my! Bringing it back to life. A violent hit, doesn't go out of bounds, stays in. 5-point difference. Larry in to serve again. Gonna be high. And nobody from Mount St. Charles wanted to go for a very Chauvin. They close to going there. Thought it would have been a net touch from Cranston East, but narrowly avoiding it. Lofty serve from Yin. Fires it. And point to the Mounties. Chauvin. Set up Yin at the middle. Reddick too low. Chauvin serving again. And that one is low. Cranston hits the outside. Fires, block. June. 17-21. Cranston serving. High. Set up. Good chance for a setup. No call there. Out. But given to Mount St. Charles, this looks like it's going to be called for a net touch. And one of the people in the crowd not very excited about that call, or at least the play in general. Romero Souza to serve. Yen to shoot too low. 23-17. Mount St. Charles looking to continue the upset so far. The junior Souza again. Low one. Yen to Reddick over the heads of two defenders. Good sense. Shum. Bang. Tip. 50-50. Good save by Fang. Shum setting it over. Another setup. Fires. No good! Mount St. Charles 24-17. Deflected off the block and Shum cannot get a hand on it. Reddick to serve. And nice block. And that will be another Cranston lead score. And 50-50 at the middle and given to Mount St. Charles, and it's going to be 25-19. Same score the first set. 2-0. Mount St. Charles lead. And we will be right back. Alright, and we're back. 2-0 Mount St. Charles winning both sets 25-19 versus the Thunderbolts, who have been off to a very sloppy start. Always been a back-to-back those early few plays, but going into each set, Cranston has just been slipping. And it certainly doesn't help with the loss of Jethro Vargas, the senior who's down during injury. And this team has unable to have been morally effective against the Mount St. Charles attack. A lot of miscommunication too. A lot of players not being able to get to any balls or just simply out of bounds serves. Need to work on that. Right now, Nick Che working with Larry In, the assistant coach Nick Che, on how to saddle the ball for his teammates. And Mount St. Charles moving up from D2 as we welcome our production there. Matt Joe with a little dance, fresh with the moves, a little hip with the kids, we might say. What is not hip whatsoever is this potential upset that could be brewing against the Thunderbolts, who went to the semifinals last year. But please do remind yourself that a lot of the seniors from last year graduated off to college. Jordan Boo, Vincent Yin, all staters, gone off to college. We'll up in New Hampshire. Larry Yin, Vincent Yin, I believe, in Boston. It'll be soon to start off the third set of action, and it'll be a nice deflection block for Reddick. Reddick, one of those key returning players from last year. Be a large impact at middle blocker. 1-0. Hit by the libero. Set up Yin. Reddick with a little tip. And off the net. Compratis. And Pinsent's awkward ankle low. Verdonis. Serving. Hit by Compratis. Yin set up outside, Pinsent. Hits the middle! Deslauriers tried to hit it with his leg, which is legal, but hits the ground first, referee says. And it'll be 2-1 now. And incoming in is Michael Yee, his first time in action. Spent a lot of time on the bench last year. And now he is in, looking to be the hopeful spark to this Thunderbolts team. Just waiting for the go-ahead. But it looks like there's a net issue up front first. Try to get that sorted out. A lot of support from the fans coming in. From Red Dead Gym, a lot of East students. Just coming in, girls across. Lost a very close game against East Prob. And they smoked them last year in the playoffs. So a little bit more victory. And blocked by Rhea Santana. High out of bounds. Good look by Shun to avoid it. 3-1 now. Trying to be the best start for the Thunderbolts we have seen. Yee again. High. Staying in. Outside. It's Chauvin. Yin gets it back. Fires out of bounds. Yee gets it back again. Listen to that server. Senior Yee again. Low. Received by Souza. Set up. Fires. Hit. Thomas Natchet. Middle blocker. Makes it 4-2. And it'll be Cato Compratis back in again. We're high. And out. Thunderbolts back again. It's going to be Larry in. Heading it from the right side. Set up to the middle, outside. Chauvin can get it to go his way. Pinsence on the block. Another fire and out of bounds call goes to East. Yin. High up top. Step at the middle again. And foul there on Pinsence. Magic credited with getting it over. (6-3), serving is Chauvin. Yin, oh my, okay, they're gonna count it for Mount St. Charles. Really too high there. Hit the roof part of the gym there and set everybody off balance. And that's one of the dangers you have to find out when playing at Cranston East. You gotta worry about those plays up there. Try not to get too high as Mount St. Charles was unable to save it. Show of athleticism, all for naught. Pinsence. From the right side. Strike to the middle. Up, fire, block, right Santana, but to their disadvantage, it's going to be 7-5. Bounty's looking for another comeback. Yen outside to number 22, Hunter Maloney, his first year playing for the Thunderbolts team, and he can't get it over. 7-6. Friends to the Libero Jr. Out of bounds. Give it to Cranston East. Thunderbolts look to avoid the sweep and a major upset. Set up. Back to your side. Fang blocked. Mount St. Charles. Serving is Whitaker. And another bad case of miscommunication there. Tied at 8. And again, another solid Thunderbolt start. Drying up. Whitaker serving again. Fang receiving on the dig. Pinsence gets it over. Baloney gets the 50-50 and Mount St. Charles' first lead of the third set. Serve. Yin set up. Rennick. Thunderbolts now down, looking to tie up. Yin and Mount St. Charles builds up their lead to 2. 10-8. And if they win here, this could potentially be a major upset to start the season for the Mounties. Playing as a co-op, all in all. And it's going to be a Thunderbolt score. Pinsence, the sophomore outside hitter, has filled in the role of Jethro Vargas quite admirably, as he'll hand it off to John Kuroa. The JROTC man getting a look and short. Nothing too much to say there. Serving is Deslaurier, and no save, out of bounds to the bench. 11-9, now 11-10. Back to a 1-point set. Caleb Schum entering back into the game. He subs in for Silas Fang. Schum. Low. Outside. Low angle from Malvenzier Donez. Timeout taken by Mount St. Charles. We'll be right back.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try to kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And we are back. About 10 seconds left until the timeout by Mount St. Charles ends. And it's tied at 11. Thunderbolts playing competitive in the third set. Off to a strong start before the North Smithfield Mount St. Charles co-op building back up the tie and eventual lead, but Thunderbolts making a little run, trying to avoid a sweep, and overall trying to avoid this upset. Schum serving. Fire the dart. And one-hander send over as Schum can't angle it quite properly to Thoreau, who couldn't get to it in time. Justin Ray Santana about to enter into the game. Or he's behind the bench. Serving up is Bjorn Donez. Yin set up to Reddick, past defenders, and tying it back up at 12. Michael Yee back at it again at server. High to Chauvin, and Schum taking it again and not going his way. 13-12. A 50-50 shot that would have went out of bounds. Schum decided that didn't look like good enough chances, decided to go for it, and hits the wall in the process. Some subbing alerts. Reddick out, Yee out. Serving it up with Sullivan. Vincent outside, denied. Compratis. Backhanded by Vincent. Barely getting it over. Yin set up outside again, Vincent. Past defenders, clip. And going out of bounds. Tie turning to 13-13. Larry in to serve. Set up. Fire. And Mount St. Charles. Set up by Sullivan. Hit looks to be by Whitaker. Azaria Chauvin, senior outside hitter, from the right side. Received by Compratis. Maloney denied. Block effort of Whitaker and match it. brings it up to a 2-point advantage for Mount St. Charles. Braddock, Yin, set up, Vincent, through defenders, still up in the air. And it's going to be Cranston point, 15-14. Shum subbed out. In his Fang. Opted to play volleyball instead of going for those precious indoor track records, or outdoor track records, excuse me. Good hit by the Florier. Fang outside again, denied! And hits it at the ground in the process. It's going to be another double team effort by Mount St. Charles and North Smithfield. Libero Souza. Yin set up to Fang again. And fire by Maloney, but double teamed in the process, and it's going to be another point. 3 points for the Mounties. It's Souza. Bradas receiving it. Yin set up back to Fang and deflected, but going out of bounds after the block. 17-15. Here comes Bradas. Looking to bring it back to 1. And good block. And miss calm. 17-16. Bradas again to serve the libero. He goes out of bounds. 18-16. Tide's turning again for the Mounties. Yin to Rennick. A little bit too much. Too much height on the ball there. It is unable to be sent over by Rennick. It's going to be 19-16. Timeout. We'll be right back.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted.
Alright, we're back. Some coaches in attendance for tonight from the Cranston Girls Volleyball team. Mackenzie Richards, also the assistant coach from the softball team this spring season, working alongside Jordan McHale. There, lost their first game versus Davies. Yeah, Mount St. Charles received the point there. Serve is to Whitaker. Yeah, it's probably not a good time. I threatened to retire to the boys volleyball team if they lost to Mount St. Charles, so they take that back. Yin set up to Shum. St. Charles in play and out of bounds. Cranston is getting it back. John Kuroa subbing in for Hunter Maloney. Kuroa didn't do well in his previous serve. I don't even think he hit the net, or going out of bounds, or at least going inbounds, but not getting anywhere close to the territory of Mount St. Charles and North Smithfield. And there we go. Kuroa from the right side gets it out of bounds. Tough stretch for Kuroa. Tough match overall for him. Just been unable to execute on those serves. Vincent's on reception. Shoom. Pass. Freezing the net in the process. Back to East. Yin sending it over. Since yet again Reddick. Now he's 4 points away from sweeping their Thunderbolt rivals. Going back and forth. Shoom denied and point given to the Mounties. And the Thunderbolt crowd, the Thunderstorm, is not overly excited. Even Assistant Principal Mrs. Hitchings just in shock and awe on how that call went. Shoom. And still alive on the Thunderbolts. 22-18. And that'll be low from Shoom. And the Thunderbolts set so far like a mountain. Like they're playing the Mounties and Kuroa bad angle. 24-18. They started good up, it's like a mountain, goes up, strong start and at the midway point and then going downhill. Not to dunk on him, but it's not a good opening look for the Thunderbolts. They want to make a big run, especially with this young roster. Will next play Cheriho, a tough opponent there, as Vincent with a monster! Bada bing, bada boom. 24-19. Set to play Cheriho next at Cheriho for a 6 o'clock start time. Brada serving again. Just waiting. Looking at the scorebook. We've had a history of some scorebook issues. So nothing new here. Kita Compradas. Yeah. On Newell. 24-20. And maybe a late train. Compradas again. Set up. Chauvin. Moving out. Shoom saving it. And under, and that'll be it. That's match. 25-20. Mount St. Charles wins the third set and thus sweeps the semi-finals appearers in the Cranston Thunderbolts for an upset, a 3-0 sweep. We thank you guys for watching today's edition of Cranston East Boys Volleyball. I'm Tim Mean, your play-by-play, Candy Moo camera, Matt Joe's production. We thank you for joining us tonight. Wishing you a great rest of your night, and to students, a happy April vacation.